Well, hello world. Um, I was watching a video this morning, and then it was Jordan Peterson talking to somebody about wanting to get into the top 1% in the world, like 1% of earning, and it blew my mind that the top 1% of earning in the world, that puts you in the top 1%, that's $32,000 a year. And that's not the truth for the United States, of course, but for the world. And you think back to, like, you think globally and you act locally. And that rings true for that too. It's because there's so many people out there, and usually the youth are just wanting more and more and more for nothing. But there's so many people out there that are working so much harder for less than you. A lot less. And as you know, it sucks, and you want to feel, and I'm guilty for it myself. You want to feel like you should have more than what you have, instead of just being happy that you have something. And if you have at least God, because you always have Him, then things could get a lot better in your head, and maybe you appreciate the little more that you've worked really hard for. And maybe you get a lot more, but you'll always have a lot if you just work hard and realize that this shit ain't easy. This world, this life, and just sitting around talking crap because you think you know something, or standing in the middle of a street blocking people from getting on with their daily life because you don't want oil to be used in cars, but you don't realize that the electrical grid is basically being powered by coal, which is 10 times worse on the environment by your guys' standards, not by mine. I mean, the environment is what it is. It's pretty amazing how it kind of fixes itself with water. That's why tropical climates are much wetter than arid climates, And arid climates always generally go through very large amounts of drought, and sprinkled with very large amounts of water. And I only know that from Iraq, really, and Afghanistan. But in Africa and Cuba and California and yeah, I'm trying to do something with a smile, whether you want it, whether it's a day where you have a smile or not. If you tried to go through a day of work, and it was explained to me at a young age by my uncle Larry, who is now passed away, God rest his soul. He said, all work is shit. Do one shit job good and get a better shit job until you find something that you just realize that you don't want to call it shit anymore. It's just something you like to do, and something that will always pay the bills. And that was rang true in the military by a couple people, and remarked a couple of the same things through my life. And throughout the worst, and in the military when it came time to work, even though my personal life and my alcoholism and as it went on, all the other stuff that added up on my head, I always tried to come to work with a smile on my face, and it made that day so much better because it still worked at the end. And then I always realized on vacation, or when we got a chance to take a break, that if I wanted to get up and do anything that was fun, going riding on the dirt bikes, or playing volleyball on the beach, or cooking a pig on the rotisserie for all my friends, and drinking a bunch of beers, it comes with work. And I could just sit around and do nothing. But that gets old real fast, especially when you're not tired anymore, and you're not run down by all the crap that you eat. And the questions and all that stuff. And I do watch a lot of YouTube, and I do listen to a lot of music online, and I do listen to a lot of Bible verses and people speaking the Lord's word. But I always disconnect at the end of the day. I try to always turn my phone off. And even though that is my only means of communication, because we don't have home phones anymore, really. Everything will still be there in the morning. And if it isn't, oh well. I still have this up here. Still have my memories. And pictures and all that thing are great, but it's still all up here, and I can't take it with me anyways. So, all that kind of mixed together, realize that you have a lot more than others. Realize that God loves you always, whether you're good or bad. He may not agree, I may not agree, but it's not my place to judge you, because I'm not perfect either, and nobody's perfect. So try to be a net force, like Jordan Peterson. Try to be a net force for good. And that's as much as meeting somebody with a cheerful greeting. And for all you people out that are always pushing pronouns and stuff on everybody, if somebody comes up to you, for the most part, and introduces yourself and misgenders you, they're just going through their own shit in life. And if they do that with a smile and face, then maybe not so much anger and disposition, because we really don't know what the fuck your pronouns are that day. Then if you just go up to somebody and treat them like a human being, like you would treat yourself, or you want yourself to be treated, or especially you'd want your family to be treated, then guess what? Life goes on. You still have all the same rights under God. You still have all the rights in America, And yeah. Let's try to smile. Let's try to make things better. Do your part. Be a net force, because you'll never be a gross force. No one's perfect. And I'm not perfect, and I don't smile all the time. And most people say that I'm grumpy, even when I am smiling. But that's the way they perceive me. I think it's the beard. What do you think, world? Anyways, I'm just trying to shed a little joy, send a little love, and let everybody know that God loves you, and You've already been saved. You just have to realize it. God bless the world. One race, one love, under him. The human race, by the way, for all you racists out there. Much love. You have a good day. I'll talk to you later.